Well, it might not seem like it's too cold outside at the moment, but when the sun goes down, it does get a little nippy. I can testify to that. Coming to work at 4 in the morning. Soon we're going to be pulling out the heaters if we haven't already, finding them in their secret summer hiding place. Some will be using the trusty oil heater, others the bar, and those brave enough to carry the cylinder will be using gas. But many may opt for the paraffin burner. Now, all have their dangers and all are not completely safe. Let's take a look.
Is here, and there is one thing on all of our minds: avoid flu, stay warm. But this is also a time where accidental fires happen. So here are a few suggestions for staying safe and keeping warm.
Well, there are quite a number of appliances on the market. The unfortunate thing that happens is that most of them are illegal. So consumers are faced with the choice of buying an illegal appliance, not knowing if that appliance is illegal or not.
Buying an illegal appliance can result in some serious trouble.
It's most of these stoves that we think are responsible for many fires. The other points that people can be aware of is that they are placing themselves at risk if they do have these illegal appliances in their homes. And the type of risks that they are exposing themselves to is that if that appliance is knocked over, they actually just continue burning. They do not cut off immediately when they fall over. They spill paraffin, which ignites, and the fire spreads. Within a minute, a whole home the size of this room can actually be demolished. The other risks that they place themselves under is the risk of being exposed to harmful gases like carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide. And within an enclosed area, it can actually lead to death.
But there is a way to pick out the fakes from the real ones.
Appliances, especially your paraffin stoves and paraffin heaters that work on a non-pressure basis or wick-based appliance, they have to pass a certain number of tests that is linked to a national standard that exists in this country called SANS 1906. That standard was passed and made compulsory on the 1st of January 2007. So all these appliances should be tested first and given a special number called a homologation number. It's an AZ number. It starts with AZ and there is a number.
This isn't the only safety measure to take, of course. Here are a few more tips.
Always supervise the fire. From our research and talking to people, we're finding that many people start their stove. The stove doesn't have enough paraffin in it. They realize it too late. They leave the stove to go to the neighbor to borrow some paraffin or to buy paraffin at a nearby spaza shop. And that stove is actually left unattended. In the case of ingestion, what we recommend is that the child should not be given anything to drink. Most parents feel that they want to do something for the child, and they give the child mainly milk to drink. This makes the child nauseous. The child actually vomits because of this nausea and aspirates or breathes in paraffin into the lungs. This could lead to chemical pneumonitis and also to pneumonia. So the main thing is not to give anything to the child who ingests paraffin. The most important thing is to get the child to a hospital or to a clinic as soon as possible. If someone is injured, it's best not to add anything to the injury. Do not add any oils, any butters, any substance onto that burn. What's actually happening is that it's as if you are putting a lid onto a boiling pot. Because that injury has absorbed such a lot of heat, you want to get rid of that heat. And by adding anything like butter onto it, the heat is being trapped and the flesh is actually being cooked. So what we recommend is cool running water for as long as possible. And also do not remove any of the burnt clothing that's stuck to the injury. The main thing is to cool the wound and to get the child to a health institution as soon as possible.
Hopefully these tips will help you stay warm this winter, as well as save a life.
It happens far too often. And these injuries are serious injuries. We do not want to have our children scarred for life.
In today's trivia question, we wanted to know, which famous trumpeter became the oldest person ever to score a chart-topping single in 1964? Was it A. Louis Armstrong, B. Hugh Masekela, or C. Duke Ellington? The answer is A. Louis Armstrong. We will bring you another interesting question tomorrow.